following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, hi, hello, and welcome to Westside High School out in Omaha, Nebraska. And good morning, bright and early here, 9:33, and we're getting this one started. It's the Stars and the Sox on Magnitude Sports. Eric Tiongson alongside you. And I'd like to thank you for joining. From wherever you may be, we should be in for a great morning of baseball as our time in Omaha comes to a close here. Final game in Post 400's campaign in the Creighton Prep Tournament. It's going to be Caden Graff on the mound getting the start against Bryant, hailing from Bryant, Arkansas. Facing off against the leadoff man, Logan White. Count is at 1-1 to White, and we'll go through the lineups here as we get the chance to do so. Actually 2-1 as White takes for ball 3. Do I have a number? Oh,
yeah. Walk brings up number 8, Ryan Riggs.
281, right?
No. 701, 361.
Sorry about that. All right, so apologies about that. Had to work through some technical difficulties with the link to the stream. The count is at 1-2 to the next man up, Ryan Riggs, as White over at first base. 1-2 from Graff, taken outside for a ball. Count now even. Riggs and then Colby Morrow, who will be in the on-deck circle for Bryant. After that, Connor Martin, the cleanup man. Both these teams 3-2 in their campaign here at Creighton Prep. As the runner goes, that one chopped over towards second. Bryant fielding the grounder over to first for out number 1. So one down as the runner White will advance to second as it brings up Colby Morrow. But for Post 400, 3-2. Starting off with a 9-0 loss to 5 points, then 3 straight wins. A 4-0 win versus St. Mike's, a 10-0 win versus Arapahoe, and then a 10-7 win versus DesPierre before falling to Dickinson 3-0. That one coming yesterday over at Millard South as Morrow takes for ball 1. And for Bryant, 3-2 as well, a 7-2 win versus Rapid City, a 3-1 loss versus Kearney, a 2-1 win versus Gretna, a 10-1 loss to Lincoln East, and then a 3-2 win versus North Platte. Now 2-0 tomorrow. Graff on the mound, Crescent catching, Drew Rarick over at first, Matt Bryant at second, Easton Rarick at short, Eli Mock at third, and then get to the outfield after that one is chopped over towards Bryant again for out number 2. So 2 straight groundouts to Matt Bryant as White will advance over to third, now 2 down here in the top of the first. Bit of a weird start for this one as Bryant showed up a little bit late but was able to roll through quickly and getting started practically on time here. 9:30 was the scheduled first pitch, and I think it came in at 9:31 or 9:32. Quick turnaround. Graf working from the stretch. His pitch on the way and taken for strike 1. But the outfield for post 400 from right to left, Chayton Sen, Oliver Lucht, and Nick Hasbargen. So that's how they shape up across the diamond. 0-1 pitch to Martin, the third baseman, and he takes for strike 2. Graf looking to get out of the inning. Logan White 90 feet away from scoring the first run of the game. 15 pitches thus far for Caden Graf, 8 balls and 7 strikes. And pitch number 16, he got him swinging for strike 3. Martin on over to first. Crescent's throw is a little bit high, and I think he's going to be safe as White comes home to score, and it's 1-0. Bryant taking the lead on the strikeout. So your first run of the game on the dropped third strike. And it's going to bring up Garrett Wilson, the number 5 hitter. First pitch into Wilson for strike 1. Graf checking the runner Martin as his pitch comes in and is swung on for strike 2. So quick 0-2 count to Wilson. 1-0 here, your score after the leadoff man scoring from third on the drop third strike. Oh, 2 from Graf from the stretch. That one popped up, carrying out towards right field. Sen on the move, and Chayton Sen will make the catch for out number 3. So that's going to do it for the top of the first. 1 coming across, 1 run, no hits, 1 error, 1-0. Black Sox up on top over the Stars, and we'll be back with the bottom of the first inning right after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, welcome back. Westside High School out in Omaha, Nebraska. That's your site for this morning's game between the Black Sox and the Stars. The Sox up 1-0 after scoring on the drop third strike back in the top of the first. It's going to be the top of the order due up for the Stars. Matt Bryant, Chayton Sen, and Easton Rarick, the 3 scheduled to hit, and they'll be facing off against Braxton Prather, who's out on the mound for Bryant.
Number 15,
So it's Bryant versus Bryant to start things off, and for Matt Bryant, out in Omaha, batting .263 in the Creighton Prep Tournament. 5 hits on 19 at-bats. First pitch of the game on the way from Prather, and Bryant will take for ball 1. I've had a few games out here at Westside. A lot of West Fargo games out here, and the one that really comes to mind is the 13-inning marathon thriller. That one lasting exactly 4 hours, taking place against Westside. One of the wildest and most entertaining games I think I've ever seen in my time here, as the 2-0 comes in from Prather. And it's going to be taken for strike one. That one of two long games for West Fargo. Also a nearly 3-hour affair, that one against Grand Island. 2-1 pitch to Bryant, and Bryant with a hard grounder over towards second. Riggs fielding it and firing over to first for out number one. 1 up and 1 down for Bryant. I'll bring up Chayton Sen. Sen, who made the catch out and right to end the top of the first. Settling in, batting .250 out in Omaha. 4 hits on 16 at-bats. And the shortstop Rarick in the on-deck circle. Prather fires in for strike one to Sen. But we've seen a good variety of ballparks while out here at Omaha. I've had the privilege of calling games at 3 different ones. Of course, West Side as well as Creighton Prep. And then yesterday out at Millard South. And I like how each one seems to have their own distinct flavor. 0-2 on the way to Sen. And Prather got him. Strike 3. What a pitch that was. It's a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout and your second out of the inning. Some wicked movement on that one, and it brings up Rarick. Easton Rarick raising his batting average yesterday, now batting .333. 5 hits on 15 at-bats. First pitch on the way to Rarick, and it's inside for a ball. So a good start for Prather and company. 2 up and 2 down. 8 pitches thus far for him. 3 balls and 5 strikes. 1-0 on the way, and that one bouncing in the turf for ball 2. I've seen 2 turf fields and then 1 grass field. The grass and dirt over at Millard South. Bit of a more old school feel. And then the full turf fields out at West Side as well as Creighton Prep. Rarick fouls it off to make the count 2-1. And a variety of different start times as well. We've had games at 9:30, we've had a few in the afternoon, and we had one that started around 8:10 or so at night. Always keeping me on my toes as the 2-1 comes in. And it's going to be taken for strike 2. Of course, at least according to the bracket online, this game originally was supposed to be at 5 o'clock, at least from the looks of it. But moving up to 9:30 as the 2-2 comes in. And that one is going to be popped up very high, carrying out, and it's going to drop. That one staying fair and finding the hole as Rarick is going to head over towards second. Throw on the way, Rarick sliding in, and he's out. Easton Rarick out at second, and that ends the inning. How about that? So a wild end to a 1-2-3 inning. Score remains 1-0. That's going to do it. 4-1. To the second we go. It's the Sox and the Stars on Magnitude Sports, and more baseball right after this.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local running store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford truck giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today, and thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
All right, welcome back. 1-0 your score after one. It's going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Turner Sealinger, Gavin Burton, and Gage Horn, the 3 due up. For Caden Graff, 22 pitches in the first inning, 12 balls and 10 strikes for him. And he'll settle back out onto the mound to start things off here in the top of the second. Pitch on the way, and that one tapped foul. Count at 0-1. A 1 on the way. And Graf's pitch missing for a ball to even the count. We've seen Graf pitch a few times. Not an extremely common sight, as a lot of times you see him stationed out in left field and at the cleanup spot, but Graf getting the start here today, his first time pitching out in this Creighton Prep tournament, as that pitch is taken inside for ball 2. And I believe, at least my hypothesis is, the earlier start time is, as I was talking with Mike last night, likely because they like to send out the teams that are further away home earlier if they have a longer drive. Hence the 9:30 start, as there's about a 6.5 hour drive awaiting Post 400's team bus and my car after the conclusion of this game. 2-2 taken outside for a ball, now a full count. And a payoff pitch upcoming. First payoff pitch of the game. On the full count, getting a ground out, and it brings up Gavin Burton. Burton, the number 7 hitter, will settle in with the bases empty and 1 away. 14 minutes into this one, 9:47 your local time. So if you do some quick math, that'll tell you around when we started, about 3 minutes after the scheduled first pitch. Not too bad, considering the circumstances that took place before the game, as Graf will fire in for ball 1. And I'll admit that the quick turnaround actually caught me off guard a little bit, hence us starting up right as the first pitches were coming in. So apologies on my end on that part. But I can promise you, you didn't miss too much, as the count is now even to 1. 1-1 to Burton with Gage Horn in the on-deck circle. Graf working from the windup again. And the fastball taken on the outside part of the zone for strike 2. It's a nice morning out here. The sun shining, the sky blue. A little bit of clouds dotting the horizon, but as I've been saying throughout the week, overall you really can't complain about the weather that we've gotten. 1-2 tapped foul. According to the computer, it's 64 and sunny out right now. I have to imagine my phone would say something similar. That's the one nice thing about these morning games, is it's not as nearly hot as it would be over in the afternoon, as that pitch is taken for ball 2. We have had a few hot days out there. Of course, it's a lot easier for me to talk about how nice it is when I'm up here in this air-conditioned box, as opposed to out on that turf. 2-2 fouled off again. And according to my phone, 67, so in the mid-60s, I can promise you that. Another 2-2 on the way outside for ball 3, and we have our second straight full count. And another payoff pitch up coming from Graf. Pitch number 36 of the game for him. And it's taken outside for ball 4. Burton walks. 1 on with 1 down now for Gage Horn.
Walk brings up number 20, Gage Horn.
And after that, the number 9 hitter in Lawson Spear, then back to the top of the order in Logan White. And White, the man who scored the lone run of the game thus far, as it looks like Burton is going to have a courtesy runner over at first. And I'm looking for a number 6. So it looks like that's the number who's taking a spot over at first base. So it's going to be Grant Dunbar over at first. Horn in the box, and the first pitch to Horn is high and tight for ball 1. Graf working from the stretch with the runner over at first. That pitch high and inside for ball 2. Horn having to duck down a little bit. 2-0. Graf checking Dunbar at first. And Horn takes for ball 3. So should Horn walk, that would put on 2 for Lawson Spear, as pitch number 40 is upcoming. One finding the zone for strike one. Graff trying to battle back in the count. One down here in the top of the second. Of course, a ground ball can never rule out the possibility of a double play. As the 3-1 comes in, and that one on the ground. And what a snag by Mock, firing over to first. The pick from Rarick, and they got him. Great play by Eli Mock over at third, and it's 2 down as the runner advances. Bit of a slip right there, as we've seen Jackson Beiswinger a lot at first for these Stars, but it's Drew Rarick stationed over there. And a great pick by him. All around great defense from the corner infielders, as Lawson Spear will settle in with 1 on and 2 down. Here's how the Stars shape up. They have Graff on the mound, Hayden Crescent catching, Drew Rarick over at first, Bryant at second. Actually, realizing I already ran through that, as that one is going to be flared out into right field, and Sen making the catch to end the top of the second. So that's going to do it for the top of the second. One stranded for Bryant. 1-0, your score remains. To the bottom of the second we go. It's the Stars' turn to hit, and we'll see what they have in store here on Magnitude Sports. More baseball coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
All right, we're back. Bottom of the second about to get started. It's going to be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for post 400. Hayden Crescent, Drew Rarick, and Colby Hansen facing off against Braxton Prather. Prather with 12 pitches in the first inning. Pretty efficient work for him, and getting a 1-2-3 as well. And we'll see what he has in store here as he continues to work his way through the Stars lineup for the first time. Prather with those 12 pitches, also getting a strikeout as well. Been showing some good stuff so far out on the mound. For Hayden Crescent, he's had a very good campaign out in Omaha. He's batting .454. 5 hits in 11 at-bats for Crescent. First pitch to Crescent, and he takes away for ball 1. .1-0 from Prather, and it's taken for ball 2. Prather on the mound, Gavin Burton, the catcher, Colby Morrow over at first, Ryan Riggs at second, Gage Horn at shortstop, Connor Martin over at third base, and then the outfield from right to left, Lawson Spear, Logan White, and Garrett Wilson, as Crescent will ground that one over towards Riggs at second, and he's going to fire over to first for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down, and it brings up Drew Rarick. Rarick, another guy who's hitting pretty well. Only 3 at-bats for him thus far, but he'll get a chance for some more work here as he's batting .333, and his one hit was a big one, a 2-run double. As the first pitch comes into Rarick, and he takes for a ball. Of course, we also saw Drew Rarick pitch. That won the first game of this tournament over at Creighton Prep versus 5 Points. Rarick taking low for ball 2. .2-0 on the way. And that one taken low for ball 3. Rarick out ahead of the count at 3-0. Colby Hansen in the on-deck circle. After that, it'll be Eli Mock, who had a great play over at third in the previous half inning. And it's ball 4. Rarick walks on 4 pitches. 1 on and 1 down for Hansen. Hansen also batting .333, 2 hits in 6 at-bats for Hansen out in Omaha.
28, Kobe Hansen.
Prather firing back over to first, checking on the runner Rarick, who slides back in. Pickoffs has been one of the themes to follow throughout this tournament. We've seen a few successful pickoffs and plenty of attempts as well, as that one is a line shot, carrying out towards center and dropping for a hit. Hansen with his 3rd hit of the tournament. Rarick on over to second. And it brings up Eli Mock. 2nd hit of the game for the Stars.
They said brings up number 15, Eli Mock.
20 pitches now for Prather, 10 balls and 10 strikes. A slightly deeper park, at least down the lines here at Westside as opposed to Millard. Millard 320 down the line and 335 down the line here, although Millard is slightly deeper out in center. 360 out in center, and as I noted earlier, also 360 out in the gaps, something you don't see very often. But 400 out in dead center at Millard South. 1-0 on the way, and Mock chopping for strike 1. And we've seen a few home runs in this tournament during our coverage. A few home runs just throughout the season as well, as it seems like these kids just seem to be getting stronger and stronger as the years go on, and it's taken inside for ball 2. I say that like I'm a wise old man that's been around since the 50s. I'm not. But that's just something I seem to have noticed over these past few years. Two and 1 with 2 on. And Prather is going to step off the mound and check on Rarick at second. And now he'll fire back to second as he finds the glove of Riggs, but Rarick able to get back in safely. Riggs off the bag, but just hovering over near it, trying to keep that runner honest. From the stretch, pitch on the way, and fastball taken low for ball 3. Burton able to keep that one in front of him. And should Mock walk, that would load the bases for Oliver Lucht. Lucht in the on-deck circle for post 400. 3-1 pitch on the ground. Charging in over at third is Martin, and Martin can't quite get the throw off in time, and Mock is going to be safe at first. Safe all around for the Stars, and that does load the bases for Oliver Lucht. That'll be charged as the first error of the game for Bryant.
Number 3, Oliver Lucht.
So Drew Rarick over at third, Colby Hansen over at second, Eli Mock over at first. Those are your faces on the bases for the Stars, and Oliver Lucht digging in as the first pitch comes in, and Lucht, hard grounder over towards first. Morrow knocking it down, firing over to second. Coming home to score is going to be Rarick, and it's a tie game. 1-1, Lucht able to drive him home. Rarick scoring on the air. Bases remain loaded, as well as Nick Hasbargen will settle in. Hasbargen, the number 9 hitter, and out in left field today for post 400 as he takes the first pitch for strike 1. And after that, back to the top of the order, and Matt Bryant. Hasbargen, who we've seen take 1 at bat already. Also seen him a lot out on the base paths as a courtesy runner, scoring 2 runs in this tournament. Count is a quick 0-2 to Hasbargen, who steps out of the box. Tie game now, 1-1, Bryant and post 400, and Prather looking for a big second out right here, trying to keep it that way. 0-2 pitch, outside for a ball. Next pitch will be pitch number 30 for Braxton Prather. 1-2, and it's fouled off. Hasbargen able to stay alive. 14 balls and 16 strikes for Prather, making up those 30 pitches. From the windup, another 1-2. Off speed, and he drops it into the zone for strike 3. A Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout and a huge second out. And it brings us back to the leadoff man, Matt Bryant. Bryant 0 for 1, grounding out towards second his first time up. That won the first at-bat of the game for the Stars. 2 down for Bryant as he takes the first pitch for strike 1. Stars scoring 1 here in the bottom of the second, and with a chance to maybe tack on a few more. 0-1, and Bryant takes as Burton is able to keep that one at bay, and Hansen will hold up over at third. But a tightly contested start to this one. Bryant drawing first blood back in the top of the first. 1-1 pitch, and that one carrying out towards left field. A nice catch by Wilson out and left for out number 3. So 3 are going to be stranded for the Stars as we end the second. 1-1 your score as one comes across on 2 errors. That'll be it. We'll head to the top of the third. Back with more baseball in a moment. Don't go anywhere. It's the Stars and the Sox and more upcoming after a few words from your sponsors on Magnitude Sports.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
All right, welcome back. Tie game on our hands here, 1-1 between the Black Sox and the Stars of Bryant and Fargo, respectively. And it's going to be the top of the order starting things off here. Logan White leading things off, and for White, drew a walk a first time up as he takes the pitch for strike 1. It's Logan White, Ryan Riggs, and Colby Morrow, the 3 due up. For Caden Graff, 42 pitches through the first 2 innings. Now up to 44 as that one is a line shot out towards left field and dropping for a hit. White, the leadoff man, now 1 for 1 on the game. And it brings up Ryan Riggs, who's 0 for 1, grounding out towards Bryant at second base his first time up. .22 balls and 22 strikes for Caden Graff, making up the 44 pitches. So you're just over a half hour into this one, 32 minutes gone. First pitch taken on the outside part of the zone for strike 1 to Riggs. Oh, on the count. This will be the last game out in Omaha for the Stars, as that pitch is shot down the line and foul. Then they will take a break, have the day off on Monday, and then back to home sweet home at Starion Bank Field, and what should be an exciting matchup with the West Fargo Patriots. That one a doubleheader, and it can be found on Magnitude Sports on Tuesday. I'll be at that game, and I gotta say, I'm looking forward to that one. So we should be in for some great baseball between 2 of the premier teams out in the FM area. 0-2 pitch, grounder over towards the pitcher Graff, charging in, underhand toss over to first for out number 1. The runner White advancing over to second as well. Actually, looks like they might have a courtesy runner in for White. But it brings up Colby Morrow, who's 0 for 1 grounding out. Runner over at second with one away. This is not the last time we'll be going on the road with the Stars, as well as later on in early July, they'll be heading out to the Twin Cities for the Gopher Classic. And we'll be bringing you coverage of that as well, as Morrow takes for ball one. And in this 2022 campaign, they've been to Vero Beach, Florida. They've been down to South Dakota, now out in Omaha, out to western North Dakota, and then later on the Twin Cities, all across the Midwest this summer. I gotta say, it's really been an honor to be able to travel around with them and see all these different great ballparks, all these great different teams, and experience something like this big tournament as Morrow fouls it off to put the count at 2-1. Connor Martin, the cleanup man, on deck for Bryant. Two-one pitch from Graff, and he takes for a ball, now 3-1. Bryant, as I mentioned earlier, hailing from Arkansas, and Arkansas, one of the 9 states represented here. And I'll rattle off those states after this pitch comes in. For you math whizzes at home, that's 18% of the country as Morrow will walk. Teams from Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Wyoming, Colorado, Montana, and Arkansas. I gotta say, going into this year, I did not think I would be doing a game of a team from Arkansas, but here we are. I gotta say, those uniforms are pretty sweet as well. First pitch is going to be taken for ball one to Martin. Martin walking his first time up. He's got 2 on with 1 down. Maybe a good chance here for the Sox to get the lead back. (1-0) and a big chop for strike one. Interestingly enough, Bryant not the only team at this tournament with uniforms in the style of the Chicago White Sox, as for those that tuned in to the West Fargo Cheyenne game, the Cheyenne Sixers, their uniforms in the style of the throwback uniforms to the White Sox. As the pitch comes in, runners go, big chop for strike two, and the double steal successful as runners advancing to third and second. Count at 1-2 in the box. But of course, those throwback White Sox uniforms saying Sox, S-O-X, and the Sixers uniform saying 6, which I think is a pretty cool play. 1-2 pitch from Graff. Ooh, that one hit him. And that's going to load the bases. So Martin taking his base for the second time in this game on the hit by pitch. And it loads the bases for Garrett Wilson. Wilson, who is 0 for 1, flying out to right field his first time up. And now it's really a golden opportunity for Bryant. Their number 5 hitter in the box with the bases juiced. First pitch on the way from Graff. And it's in for strike one. So Logan White over at third, Colby Morrow over at second, Connor Martin over at first. Those are your faces on the bases for the Black Sox. Pitch on the way, and it's sent out towards the outfield. On the run is Oliver Lucht as it carries out towards the wall, and that one's going to drop. That one's going to score some runs as White comes home. And now heading back over towards second. Hang on a second. Throw on the way. The tag is down, and he's out. So a big second out on the base paths right there, as one will score and one tagged out. Wilson driving home the run. White scoring. Morrow safe at third, and Martin tagged out at second. Wilson safe over at first. So runners on the corners now with 2 away for Turner Seelinger. Seelinger 0 for 1 with a ground out. 2-1 here. Bryant getting the lead back in the top of the third. Good game shaping up between these two. Count at 1-0. Second pitch from Graff, and that one driven out towards the outfield, carrying out towards the gap at the wall, and that one is gone. Turner sealing her with a 3-run shot, and Bryant padding their lead some more. How about that? My goodness. Talking about the 360 out in the gap, and he got all of that one, carrying it over that high fence out in the outfield. And I'll take 3 runs off the board as I accidentally hit the 3-run button twice. But a 3-run home run for Turner Seelinger. And a strong inning here for Bryant. Meeting on the mound as well for the Stars. But that one just sounded different off the bat. I'll admit I wasn't 100% certain right away if it would have the legs to get out. It certainly had the hang time, but clearing the fence with relative ease. 5-1 your score. It's a 4-run ball game. 4 coming across here in the top of the third, as Coach Fichtner will walk back out to the dugout. And we're going to have a pitching change. So that'll be it for Caden Graff on the mound, and it looks like it's going to be Nick Hasbargen taking the bump. So Hasbargen will warm up here. We'll take a quick break. 5-1 your score after the 3-run shot by Turner Seelinger. Back with more baseball in a moment on Magnitude Sports.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, welcome back. Nick Hasbargen warming up on the mound here for the Stars in the top of the third inning. 5-1 your score, 4 scoring in this top of the third for Bryant. And they're looking to do some more damage. The base is empty after the 3-run shot, 2 down for Gavin Burton, who's settling into the box. And I'll try and see who replaces Hasbargen out and left. But Hasbargen coming out from left field out to the mound. Burton 0 for 0 in this game, walking his first time up. And going to have one more quick word with Coach Fichtner, as he and Cresson will talk things over. But from the looks of it, it is not Caden Graff who's out in left field. I'll try and grab his number, maybe as he trots in when the inning's done. It is 2 down here. Just looking for one more out before turning things over to the bottom of the third. I talked about Bryant looking for some insurance. They certainly got some with that big shot out towards the gap in left center. And now, looks like someone else trotting in as Sen comes in. Some things being sorted out. We have 2 outfielders out right now, and those 2 are on a knee. And now it looks like Sen is going to warm up. Sen, who we saw pitch earlier on in this tournament. I believe that was against 5 Points. And he'll get appearance number 2 from the looks of it. He went 41 pitches and going 2 1/3 innings. And Sen is going to warm up. So we'll keep it right here as he warms up. A false alarm right there. Hasbargen coming out, getting a few tosses in. It'll be Chayton Sen on the mound. And Hasbargen running out towards the outfield, and from the looks of it, might take Sen's spot out in right. So that's at least what I'll input on my phone. Sen warming up to the catcher crescent. Gavin Burton, Gage Horn, and Lawson Spear, the 7, 8, and 9 due up here in the top of the third. While we have a moment, well, I'd like to thank some sponsors. Sean Carlson Town & Country Credit Union, Sweet Shots, Doolittle's Woodfire, Runnings, Buffalo Wild Wings, Goldmark, and Custom Express Car Wash. We thank them for their contributions and for making broadcasts such as these possible. Also, maybe get a quick glance here at our schedule as warm-ups continue. You can find the complete season schedule for your favorite team on our station's website right now. Simply visit magnitudesn.com. And as you can see, we have the Creighton Prep schedule inputted. But Tuesday, June 28th, that's the game I was referring to earlier. That one will be a doubleheader between West Fargo, the Patriots, and Post 400, the Stars. Very amped for that one. We'll also be bringing you coverage of the WPSL and the NPSL. The Dakota Fusion, they'll be taking on Sioux Falls City tonight. That one can be found on Magnitude at 6 o'clock for the kickoff. And it looks like we're about ready to resume things here in the top of the third. We'll also be bringing you NPSL coverage, that one coming later in the week. So Sen will face off against Gavin Burton. As we rejoin you here, 45 minutes into this ball game as Burton takes for ball one. And I believe it is Duluth FC that the Fusion will be taking on Friday. And I want to say that there's another game on Wednesday for the Fusion as well. And yours truly is going to be out at the pitch covering those games. And I got to say, very amped as the count is actually 0-2 to Burton. Pitch on the way, and ooh, that one got him. Burton hit by a pitch over to first base he goes, and it brings up Gage Horn.
Hit by pitch brings up number 20, Gage Horn.
Horn 0 for 1, grounding out to Eli Mock over at third for his first at-bat of the game. And it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner again for Burton, as it's going to be Grant Dunbar taking his spot once again. So Dunbar over at first after the hit by pitch. Burton, of course, taking the lump. 2 down for Gage Horn. Sends pitch, that one a line shot, and Bryant just can't quite grab that one. Lofted just over, and over to third is going to go Dunbar, and Dunbar held up there. It's going to be a single for Gage Horn. Getting just the right amount of loft on that one.
Base hit brings up number 2, Lawson Spear.
And Lawson Spear, the number 9 hitter, up next. Dunbar over at third, Horn over at first with 2 away. And what is now the third hit of the game for Bryant. Their offense off to a nice start. 1-0, bunt laid down the line. That one staying fair, and it's going to be picked by Rarick on the ground. Foot on the bag for out number 3. So that's going to do it for the top of the third, as 4 come across on a couple of hits, including a 3-run home run. 5-1 your score as we are through 2.5, and we'll be back with more baseball right after this here on Magnitude Sports.
I kind of wonder where to even begin about what I love about Touchmark. It's everything. It's the time with the residents. It's my team. I work with wonderful individuals every single day. I love the people, and my job is to connect with them, and that's a pretty great job to have, that you get to make genuine, real connections with our residents and our team members. It's just the overall community. That is Touchmark. That's what I love.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the third, about to be started here. Eric Teoxen with Magnitude Sports, bringing you coverage of this early morning tilt between the Sox and the Stars, the Black Sox of Bryant and the Stars of Post 400. It's going to be Chayton Sen leading things off. Sen 0 for 1, striking out his first time up, and now out on the mound, coming in relief for Post 400 in the top of the third. First pitch to Sen, and he fouls it off over towards that backstop screen for strike one. For Braxton Prather, 34 pitches through his first 2 innings of work, now on 35. 15 balls and 20 strikes for him. That pitch is going to be taken for a ball. 1-0 the count. He does have some pretty nasty stuff, that one. A wicked-looking pitch right there. He got for a strikeout back in the first inning, but Sen laying off right there, and now Sen working his way into a 2-1 count, the classic hitter's count. 4-run game here. Plenty of game left to be played, though, as pitch is taken for ball 3. Stars staring a 4-run deficit in the face. Trying to make that up. Well, Bryant looking to protect the lead. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way. Fastball, and it's a chop for strike 2. Full count at 3-2 now to Chayton Sen to start things off in the bottom of the third. Next pitch will be pitch number 40 for Prather. Payoff pitch, and that one dribbled foul. Sen able to stay alive. And here's another 3-2 on the way and taken high for ball 4. Sen will walk to start things off. It brings up Easton Rarick. Rarick 1 for 1 with a single in this ball game.
Batting number 2, Easton Rarick.
Been out in Omaha since Tuesday the 21st, and now the 26th here on Sunday. Been nearly a week out here, and I gotta say it's been nice to take in the sights and views of Omaha, get to explore the city a little bit, see some ballparks, and see some great baseball. First pitch to Rarick, who's 1 for 1 with a single. It's popped up out towards center as White drifts back over near the wall in the warning track, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Sen will hold up over at first. This brings up Hayden Crescent, the catcher. Crescent batting cleanup today in the number 4 spot. He's got 1 on with 1 down. Before the first pitch comes in, Prather will check on Sen over at first base. Three hits in this game for Bryant's 2 thus far for Post 400. As the runner goes, it's taken, and the throw on the way. Sen sliding in, the tag is down, and he's safe. Sen safe at second with a steal. Count also at 1-0 to Crescent, so a runner in scoring position for the Stars as they try and trim into this deficit. Prather checking the runner. And now he'll fire back over towards second. That one escaping the glove of the shortstop, and taking off for third is going to be Sen. And Sen in safe. So now just 90 feet away from scoring run number 2. Prather's pitch. Big chop for strike 1 from Crescent. Looks like Gage Horn has actually moved over to third base as well, so I'll get that changed accordingly. Pitch on the way, and Crescent swinging, and that one going to be called a drop third strike. Throw on the way, and they got him out over at first. So a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Prather, and a huge second out, 2 down. Brings up Drew Rarick, who walked his first time up. Rarick has Sen over at third with 2 away, as Rarick takes the first pitch for strike 1. Almost an hour into this one, 54 minutes gone here in the bottom of the third. Colby Hansen on deck. Second pitch, Rarick chopping over towards third, coming in is Horn. Horn firing over to first, and a nice pick by Morrow, stretching out and grabbing it for out number 3. So that's going to do it for the third inning of play. Your score remaining 5-1. The Sox getting out of a jam, and they protect their 4-run lead. Fourth inning upcoming right after this on Magnitude Sports. All right, welcome back to Omaha, Nebraska, Westside High School, home of the Westside Warriors, your site for this morning's game between the Bryant Black Sox and the Post 400 Stars. 5-1 after 3 innings of play. 4-run lead for the Sox, and they'll have a chance to pad that lead here in the top of the fourth, as it's going to be the top of the order due up. Logan White, Ryan Riggs, and Colby Morrow, the 3 scheduled to hit. Facing off against Chayton Sen, who's on 8 pitches on the game. Sen coming in relief in the previous inning. White 1 for 1, walking and then singling his last time up. First pitch from Sen, and a fastball is going to be fouled off for strike 1. Four balls and 5 strikes thus far for Sen. From the windup, the 0-1. That one just missing outside for a ball to even the count. Might be able to pick up on our crowd mic. Some pings off in the distance. That's the next team warming up. I believe that is Westside out in the cage, as they'll be the next team to play out here on this turf field. So it'll be games all across Omaha for the remainder of the day. The final day of the Creighton Prep Tournament. White takes for ball 2. It's been wall-to-wall baseball this week. 2-1 pitch. Actually, that was ball 4. So White walking. This is 1 up and 1 on.
Walk brings up number 8, Ryan Riggs.
Ryan Riggs up next. Riggs grounding out his first 2 times up. 0 for 2, grounding out towards second and then back towards the pitcher. First pitch, Riggs popping that one up very high out near the mound, and it's going to be caught by Sen for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out, peak efficiency for Sen as it brings up Colby Morrow.
Pop-out brings up number 14, Colby Morrow.
Morrow is 0 for 1, grounding out and then walking his last time up. He's got White over at first. Sen turning and firing back over to first. Checking on White, the runner. Nearly halfway through this one. 1 down in the top of the 4th. Pitch coming in as the runner goes. Throw on the way, and sliding in safely is White over at second. Count is at 0-1 to Morrow. Second pitch send from the stretch. And that one taken inside to even the count. One and one. Even count pitch, and that one finding the zone for strike two from Sen. Quick 1-2 count to Colby Morrow. Excuse me. And the 1-2 line shot over the head of the shortstop, Rarick, dropping into the outfield for a base hit. Over to third goes White. That's going to put runners on the corners. Another hit for Bryant. Their fourth of the game. That's going to bring up Luke Bickerstaff. Bickerstaff hitting in the number 4 spot here.
Number 4, Luke Bickerstaff.
We'll see. I believe that would mean he'd be the man over at short as well. As mentioned, Horn moving over to third from short. So we'll get that changed accordingly once it turns over to the bottom of the fourth. As Bickerstaff takes the first pitch for strike one. Runners on the corners here with one away as Sen fires over towards first. Checking on the runner Morrow. Oh, 1 pitch, bunt being shown and pulling back in time, taking for a ball. 1-1 the count. Third pitch, bunt being shown again, and it's laid down shallow. Charging in is White on the way home, and White scores. 6-1, Bryant adding to their lead. Bickerstaff is out over at first base. It's an RBI sacrifice bunt. And the runner Morrow advancing over to second as well.
Ready number 17, Garrett Wilson.
That'll bring up Garrett Wilson. Wilson has 1 on with 2 down. Wilson 1 for 2, flying out and then singling his last time up as he gets a big chop for strike one. So 6-1 your score here after the sacrifice bunt coming home. A 5-run lead for Bryant. That pitch is on the way and taken for strike two. Quick 0-2 count to Wilson. Sen looking to end the top of the fourth, and he does. He got him swinging. A Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for your third out of the inning. So that's going to do it. As now we go to the bottom of the fourth. 6-1 your score. One more coming home on the sacrifice bunt. It's the Black Sox up on top over the Stars. 6-1, and we're back with the second half of the game right after this on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, welcome back. Halfway through this one, 6-1 your score. It's Bryant up on top over post 400, 6-1, and it's going to be Colby Hansen, Eli Mock, and Oliver Luck to the 3 scheduled to hit, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. As the first pitch comes in for a strike to Colby Hansen, Braxton Prather on 48 pitches through the First 3 innings of work. Now pitch number 49 as that one is taken for a strike. Hansen 1 for 1 with a single and about to be 2 for 2 as he gets a hold of that one out towards the outfield. So second hit of the game for Colby Hansen as he continues to swing a nice bat out in Omaha. And it brings up Eli Mock.
Single brings up number 15, Eli Mock.
Hansen now 4 for 8, batting .500 in the Creighton Prep Tournament. Eli Mock 0 for 1, reaching on an error his first time up. And Mock swinging at the first pitch as it's hit into the ground and foul. Hansen over at first. Just over an hour into this game. Hour and 4 minutes gone. 10:37 your local time out in Nebraska. As Prather will fire back over to first, checking on Hansen. Second pitch on the way to Mock, and he takes low for a ball. Catcher Burton able to keep that one in front of him and keep Hansen over at first. Now 4 hits apiece for these two teams as Prather will check the runner again. But it's been Bryant who's been making the most of their hits, and of course a 3-run home run is going to really help your cause in that case as Mock will take for a ball. Hansen getting a decent sized lead over at first, and right on cue he'll fire back over to the bag. It's a hitter's count at 2-1. Prather's pitch taken for ball 3, and Burton firing back over to first. A close call, but Hansen able to get back in time. Looks like he might have just beat the tag over at first. 3-1 the count with 0 outs. Pitch on the way, and it's in for strike 2. Full count to Eli Mock. Payoff pitch from Prather. Runner goes. Is that one? Ooh, up the middle, and they're going to get the tag out at second, and over to first. They turn 2. Tagging the bag and firing back to first. What a double play. 2 outs for the price of 1, and just like that, the base is empty and 2 down for Oliver Lucht.
Double play brings up number 3, Oliver Lucht.
Lucht is 0 for 1, reaching on an error his first time up. That one nearly getting a piece of Prather back out on the mound, able to avoid it. And then that middle infield getting the job done, twisting 2. 1-0 as that one is driven foul on the ground and rolling out over near the bullpen. 1-1 to Lucht. Even count pitch on the way, and it's dropped in for strike 2. 1-2 Prather looking to end the 4th inning right here. 1-2 pitch, and it's tapped foul. Lucht getting a piece and able to stay alive. .60 pitches now on the game for Prather. 24 balls, 36 strikes. Pitch number 61 taken high and tight for ball 2. 2's across the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. Bottom of the 4th hanging in the balance. Pitch on the way, and Lucht with the line shot out towards the gap. That one's dropping for a hit. Oliver Lucht with a 2-out single. Now 1 for 2 on the game. going to bring up Jake Jershesky. Jershesky hitting in the number 9 spot for Hadsbargen. First at-bat of the game for Jershesky. We saw Jershesky on the mound against Despierre a few days ago and doing a good job coming in relief and helping close the game out for the Stars. 3 innings pitched, 70 pitches, 3 earned runs and 5 strikeouts in that game as he surrendered 4 hits and 5 walks. Runner goes over towards second, Luck sliding in, and he beats the tag, safe at second. Count is at 0-1 to Jershesky. Jershesky also scoring a run in this tournament and drawing a walk. Oh, 1 pitch, Jershesky hard grounder over towards short, and that one getting by. Lucht is digging for home on his way, and he's going to be safe standing up. The Stars trimming into the deficit, now a 4-run game, 6-2 your score.
The error scores a run and brings it up number 6, Matt.
Officially ruled as an error, as it brings us back to the top of the order in Matt Bryant. Bryant 0 for 2, grounding out and flying out in this game. And he's got Jershesky over at first. It was now a 6-2 ball game. And Jershesky taking off for second as Bryant lays down the bunt. Bryant digging over forward first, throw on the way, and they got him. Nice play, and that's 3 down as that ends the 4th. So 1 stranded, 1 scoring. 6-2 your score, 4-run game between the Black Sox and the Stars in the 5th inning. Right after this, here on Magnitude Sports.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford truck giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
All right, so we're back, about to start the top of the 5th here. It's going to be Turner Seelinger leading things off, and he's 1 for 2 with a ground out, and then a 3-run home run as he gets a hold of that one, carrying out towards the outfield. That one at the wall, and that one's gone. Oh my goodness. Holy mackerel. Turner Seelinger with his 2nd home run of the game, and another bomb off of his bat. And another run coming across for Bryant as well. 7-2 your score. So now 2 for 3 with 2 home runs and 4 driven in. Have a day, young man. Brings up Gavin Burton to follow the act. Burton walking his first 2 times up.
The home run brings up number 3, Gavin Burton.
2 home runs in this game, both off the bat of Turner Seelinger. First pitch on the way to Burton, and it's high for ball 1. Both of those carrying out towards the left center gap as that's a drive through the middle for a base hit. Burton aboard with a single, his first hit of the game. He's now 1 for 1. And these Bryant bats have roared to life here this morning.
Single up the middle brings it number 20,
Gage Horn up next, who's 1 for 2, grounding out and then singling his last time up. Burton over at first.
Number 6, Grant Dunbar into pinch run.
Dunbar will pinch run yet again for Burton, as we've seen the first 2 times as well. So Dunbar over at first for Horn, who pops that one up high, carrying out towards the turf in the outfield, and it's going to be caught by Matt Bryant for out number 1. Runner holding up as it brings up, it's going to be number 2.
Pop out brings up number 2, Lawson Spear.
So Lawson Spear settling in, as I have the incorrect number entered, hence the confusion for me. Spear 0 for 2 on the game, flying out and grounding out. Dunbar over at first as Spear hits that one up the middle, over toward short. Rarick firing to get the lead runner over to first, and he's safe. Spear beating it out, and Bryant avoiding the double play. They get the lead runner, Spear safe over at first on the fielder's choice. Two down now for the top of the order. It's going to be Logan White digging in, who's 1 for 1, walking, singling, and then walking again.
Logan White.
Sends first pitch to White is taken for strike 1. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Now 7-2 after another home run from Turner Seelinger. 1 in the top of the 1st, 4 in the top of the 3rd, and then 1 each in the 4th and the 5th as the runner goes and he beats the throw. Spear safe over at 2nd with a steal. Count is also at 0-2 to White. Sen with a 2-strike count and looking to end the top of the 5th. 0-2 pitch chopped on the ground, charging in his mock. Going to be a tough play over at 3rd. On the move, the throw on the way. Waiting for the call from the umpire, and it looks like he's going to be safe. And he is. Good hustle by Logan White, beating out the throw, infield single. And now runners on the corners. Would have been a heck of a play by Eli Mock over at 3rd. We already saw him make one great play with the diving stop and throwing over to 1st. But he just couldn't quite beat the runner there with the throw as Riggs hits that one towards the opposite field, out and left, and that's dropping. That one's going to score Spear as White will head over to 3rd as well. It's an RBI double for Ryan Riggs, his first hit of the game. Back-to-back hits for Bryant, a 2-out rally of sorts. They pad their lead now 8-2.
RBI double brings up number 14, Colby Morrow.
Colby Morrow up next. Morrow 1 for 2, grounding out, walking, and then singling. 2 in scoring position for him. First pitch on the way to Morrow, and he takes high for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Second pitch from Sen, outside for ball 2. Riggs over at 2nd and White over at 3rd for Bryant. Third pitch from Sen, outside, taken for a ball. Actually, the count was at 1-1, so 2-1 to Morrow. 2-1 pitch, high and away for ball 3. I believe is Luke Bickerstaff in the on-deck circle. Actually, looks like it's Connor Martin, so Martin on deck. As ball 4 will be taken tomorrow, and that will load the bases for Connor Martin. Martin walking his first 2 times up. He's 0 for 0, and Coach Fickner is going to come out to the mound as the infield comes in as well. Bases loaded here with 2 down for Connor Martin. And what is now an 8-2 ball game. As 2 have come across here for Bryant in the top of the 5th. The home run and then one more coming home on the double. For Chayton Sen, 38 pitches thus far, 15 balls and 23 strikes for Sen. White over at third, Riggs over at second, and Morrow over at first. Those are your faces on the bases for Bryant. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change as well. So it looks to be Easton Rarick who's going to come in and pitch. Rarick will come in relief. And we'll take a quick break as Rarick warms up. We'll be right back. Top of the fifth here. Bases loaded for Bryant. They lead by 6. And we're back in a moment on Magnitude.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 5th inning here. Bases loaded for Connor Martin facing off against the new pitcher, Easton Rarick. Looks like Bryant will take Rarick's spot over at short. We'll get the changes around the diamond as I see them come in as Martin takes the first pitch for ball 1, and I believe it looks to be Colby Hansen out over at second. Second pitch, a big chop for strike 2. Quick 0-2 count. Oh-2 from Rarick, taken outside for a ball. Count now at 1-2 to Martin. This at-bat could prove to be crucial as well, as I believe the 8-run rule is still in effect here. It'd be 8 after 5. As that one is taken low for a ball. Now 2-2. Of course, a base hit has a chance to score a couple here, so for Rarick it is important if the Stars wish to keep this game going to get this batter out, as that one is taken low for ball 3. Full counts to Connor Martin. Of course, for Bryant, I'm sure they'd love to get the hit right here and try and end this one early. It's a big at-bat right here in the top of the 5th, and it's a full count with 2 down. Important payoff pitch upcoming from Rarick. 3-2, runners go. And that one hit hard over toward short. Bryant picking and firing over to first, and a huge third out for the Stars. 6-3 ground out's going to do it for the top of the 5th. And to the bottom of the 5th we go. It's going to be Chayton Sen, Easton Rarick, and Hayden Crescent, the 3 scheduled to hit. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Post 400. We'll bring you those at-bats and maybe some more after a few words from your sponsors on Magnitude.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
All right, welcome to the bottom of the fifth. We have a pitching change here, and you're going to want to watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Caleb Griner warming up. And we have a sidewinder on the mound, throwing from down under, as he's going to face off against Chayton Sen, Easton Rarick, and Hayden Crescent. And I got to say, I always talk about the firsts that I see while doing these games, and that is the first pitcher I've seen throw like that while covering baseball all across the state of North Dakota and really throughout the Midwest. Griner warming up, and looks like he's got some pretty good stuff on him as well. Of course, that arm angle, a unique one, and usually makes it a little bit tougher for those hitters to gauge. It's a very rare breed, and it seems to be a dying breed in baseball, but gotta say, in my opinion, that is pretty cool to see. Makes you think of the likes of guys like Dan Quisenberry way back in the day. Former Royals relief pitcher. Griner will take the mound here. First pitch on the way to Sen. Oh, that one nearly got him as he takes inside for ball one. Sen 0 for 1 striking out and then walking his last time up. (1-0), and that one taken for ball two. As I mentioned, you don't see that type of pitching very often. Another weird connection you could make to that style of throw as Sen pops that one up out towards second, and it's caught for out number one. Flying out to the second baseman. That brings up Easton Rarick, who came in relief for pitching as Ryan Riggs made the catch. Rarick 1 for 2 singling and flying out, but on Wii Sports for the baseball game, if you press the 1 button on your remote before pitching, then you can throw from a similar arm angle to that you see Caleb Griner throwing right now. For those that still play that game, of course, created back in 2006 and the highest selling video game of all time. 1-0 and taken for a strike. Griner able to paint the corners right there. (1-1) to Rarick, and he takes away for a ball. Hayden Crescent in the on-deck circle for post 400. Trailing by 6 here in the bottom of the fifth, trying to cut back into the lead. 2-1 pitch, check swing, and he went for strike two. 2-2 to Rarick. 7 pitches thus far for Griner, 4 balls and 3 strikes. And he's looking for out number 2. From the stretch, and that one taken just high for a ball. Count full to Rarick. Payoff pitch. And Rarick pops that one up very high into the morning sky. Drifting over is going to be the center fielder White, making the catch for out number 2. 2 down and the base is empty for Crescent. Crescent 0 for 2 grounding out and striking out in this game. First pitch on the way from Griner, and Crescent hits that one the other way and foul. One going out of play for strike 1. Drew Rarick scheduled to hit next in the on-deck circle, should we reach that far. And after that, I believe it would be Colby Hansen, who should be stationed over at second as Bryant moved over to short for Rarick, who came onto the mound. Crescent getting a hold of that one. A little bit of tail on that one as it's into the gap for a base hit. Crescent with his first hit of the game, a 2-out single. He's now 1 for 3. And it brings up Drew Rarick, who's 0 for 1, walking and grounding out his last time up.
2-out single brings up number 10, Drew Rarick.
That last hit number 6 for the Stars in this game. Just past the 11 o'clock mark, 11:02 your local time, as we are approaching an hour and a half gone in this one, an hour 29. First pitch to Rarick, inside for a ball. Now here's the 1-0. As Rarick hits that one over the head of the third baseman Horn. That one's getting through for a hit, and Crescent is going to be digging for third. Actually, it's a courtesy runner in Job Fryer, as Rarick will be safe at second with a double. So the second double of the tournament for Drew Rarick puts 2 in scoring position for the next man up, Colby Hansen.
Double brings up number 28, Colby Hansen.
So Fryer safe at third, Rarick to second for Hansen. Hansen 2 for 2 with 2 singles. And he takes the first pitch for a ball. So still a chance here for the Stars to get back into this game with 2 on, 2 down. A big at bat in the bottom of the 5th. As Hansen hits that one the other way on the ground over towards first. And Morrow will step on the bag for out number 3. A huge third out as 2 are stranded. And your score remains 8-2. Bryant leading post 400. 6-run game. And we'll be back in a moment on Magnitude.
Life is busy, and we all get distracted from time to time. But at Starion, they work hard to keep what's important to me in focus. They are continually upgrading their technology, so I can spend more time playing and less time banking. And although I can do almost all of my banking away from the branch, visiting my banker in person puts a smile on my face and reminds me they're always there for me, ready to help.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
And we're back. Eric Teoxson here on Magnitude Sports, top of the 6th, about to get underway as Easton Rarick will retake the mound and will face off against Garrett Wilson for the first at-bat of the 6th inning. Wilson 1 for 3, flying out, singling, and then striking out. And the first pitch is going to be taken for a ball to Wilson. The 3 scheduled hit is Wilson, Seelinger, and Gavin Burton. 1-0, and that one fouled straight back. 8 pitches now for Easton Rarick, 4 balls and 4 strikes. Now we've seen both Raricks pitch for the Stars here this week in Omaha as Drew Rarick took the mound against 5 Points. Nice pitch for strike 2 from Easton Rarick. Breaking ball finding the zone. And the 1-2 on the way from the windup. Another breaking ball over towards Rarick as he turns back into a shortstop momentarily, fielding the grounder on the hop for out number 1.
Ground out back to the pitcher, brings up number 50, Turner Seelinger.
Turner Seelinger up next, and Turner Seelinger has nearly broken the ceiling here as he's 2 for 3 They ground out and then back-to-back home runs, a 3-run shot and a solo shot. 2 hits, 2 homers, and 4 RBI. Responsible for 6 of the 8 runs here for Bryant. Actually, the math is off there. 5, not 6. Counts at 0-1. As he gets a hold of that one, but it's going to stay in the park over towards right field, and what a catch by Jake Jaroszewski for the out. 2 down, laying out and grabbing that one near the foul line.
Great catch in right field brings number 3, Gavin Burton.
That brings up Gavin Burton. I think it was Jaroszewski previously, but that might not be number 5 out there. We've had a lot of changes around the diamond here for both these teams in this one. But it's a quick 2 up for Gavin, or 2 up and 2 down for Gavin Burton. Burton 1 for 1, walking his first 2 times up and then singling in his previous trip to the plate. Burton swinging at the first pitch and fouling it off. Oh, 1 from Rarick. Fastball taken high and away for ball 2. Or 1-1. Getting tripped up a little bit there. Happens to the best of us as the 1-1 comes in. And that one hit hard on the ground over towards second. Firing over to first for out number 3. So that's going to do it for the top of the 6th. Quick top of the 6th as your score remains 8-2. 6-run game, and the Stars have 6 outs to make up the deficit. We'll see if they can do just that. Bottom of the 6th, right after this on Magnitude Sports. And we're back, about to start the bottom of the 6th. 8-2 your score, the Bryant Black Sox leading the Post 400 Stars. It's going to be Eli Mock leading things off. It'll be Mock, Lucht, and Jaroszewski, the 3 scheduled to hit. A few changes around the diamond as well for Bryant. Cade Parker over to third base and Gage Horn back over to short. First pitch is inside to Mock, and it's taken for ball 1. Mock 0 for 2, reaching on an error and then grounding out his last time up. Second pitch from Griner on the way, and that one finding the zone for a strike. 17 pitches for Griner, 8 balls and 9 strikes. One on the way, and Mock hits that one the other way, carrying out just past the dugout, out of play near the batting cages. Fouled off for strike 2. Count at 1-2 to Mock, the third baseman. Pitch on the way, check swing. And they're going to say that he took it for a ball, 2-2. Mock able to hold off as that one was high and away. And the count's back to even. Two-two pitch, hit the other way and foul. That one nearly hitting Coach Nelson down by the first base. Mock able to stay alive. Two-two again, and that one on the ground over towards second, on the move, and couldn't quite get the throw off in time. Mock digging it out, and he's safe. One up and one on. Brings up Oliver Lucht.
Now batting number 3, Oliver Lucht.
Lucht 1 for 2, reaching on an error and then singling his last time up. Eli Mock over at first base, and always a threat to take off. Decent sized lead over at first. First pitch to Lucht, and he takes for strike one. And it will be Jake Jaroszewski on deck for post 400. And after that, back to the top of the order, and Matt Bryant. Griner will fire back over towards first, checking on the runner Mock. Oh, 1 pitch, and it's fired into the zone for strike two. Quick 0-2 count to Oliver Lucht. Reiner looking for out number 1. Oh, 2 pitch, Lucht hitting that one on the ground, and a nice pick by Morrow over at first, firing over to second, and Mock beating the throw. Runner advancing as one is down on the ground out. And it brings up Jake Jaroszewski. Jaroszewski 0 for 1, reaching on an error his first time up, and he's got Eli Mock over at second. 24 pitches thus far for Griner. 9 balls and 15 strikes. And a bird flying over. You can hear some cries of caw-caw as that one is laid down. A bunt by Jaroszewski over to third goes the runner. Throw on over to first. 4 out number 2 is in time.
Number 6,
Matt Bryant, the leadoff man, up next. Bryant 0 for 3, grounding out, flying out, and then grounding out. 2 down for Bryant with Mock 90 feet away from scoring. Bryant swinging at the first pitch, line shot into the outfield, and that's going to score Mock. 1 coming across here for the Stars, and that makes it a 5-run game at 8-3. Bryant with his first of the game, he's now 1 for 4.
RBI single brings up number 9, Chayton Sen.
Chayton Sen to follow. First pitch, and Sen takes for a ball. Sen 0 for 2, striking out, walking, and then flying out. One-0 pitch as Sen chops that one on the ground over towards third. Parker scooping and firing over to first, and a nice stretch by Morrow for out number 3. So that's going to do it here for the 6th inning as 1 is left on and 1 coming across to score. Your score 8-3 here. 5-run game between the Black Sox and the Stars, and the final inning upcoming right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, welcome back to Omaha, Nebraska, the Creighton Prep Tournament on Magnitude Sports. It's the Black Sox and the Stars, and the Black Sox of Bryant up on top by 5 as we approach the 7th and final inning. Due up, it's going to be Gage Horn, Spear, and White, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming to the plate. Horn 1 for 3, grounding out, singling, and then flying out as the first pitch is going to be swung on and popped up very high out towards the outfield. And laying out, did he make the catch? He did, for out number 1. What a grab by Chayton Sen, his second great catch of the game. And Sen continues to be a defensive standout out and right. Brings up Lawson Spear. Spear 0 for 3, flying out, grounding out, and then reaching on a fielder's choice. First pitch to Spear, and it's taken away for ball 1. Once again, a 5-run game here. Bryant leading by 6, and then the Stars getting 1 back in the bottom of the 6th. Maybe looking for some insurance before they turn it over and try and close things out in the bottom of the 7th. Both these teams 3-2 in the tournament. And the victor will have bragging rights as they will leapfrog the other team in the standings as Spear fouls that one away to even the count. For Easton Rarick, 18 pitches in this game, 6 balls and 12 strikes. One to Spear, who takes low for ball 2. 2-1 from Rarick, and he gets a chop for strike 2. 2-2 now to Spear after that pitch getting a swinging strike. That last one, number 20 for Rarick. Rarick from the windup, that one popped up and carrying out of play. That one a little bit over the press box and landing near the tennis courts behind us, where we have a few players getting some Sunday morning tennis in. They were here at the crack of dawn, as they were here when I arrived. I actually arrived before the gate was even unlocked. Two, and he got him swinging. Strike 3. Easton Rarick with a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for out number 2. And it brings up Logan White. White's 2 for 2, walking twice and singling twice.
Number 1, Logan White.
And if you're a leadoff hitter and you reach base all 4 times you dig into the batter's box, well, that's pretty good. 2 hits and 2 walks will get the job done. As the first pitch comes into White from Rarick, and that one hit hard but foul off the screen. These Black Sox bats have been efficient all game long. They've been scoring a lot. 8 runs here. 1 in the top of the first, 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and then 2 in the 5th. As White takes for strike 2. Quick 0-2 count. Rarick looking to end the top of the 7th. 0-2 pitch from the windup, and that one a breaking ball missing high. Count at 1-2 to White. Rarick firing again, and that one popped up foul in a similar area. That one just over the roof of the press box. Count stays where it is at 1-2. White stepping out and settling back in. Rarick's 1-2, strike 3. Drop third strike. Crescent will fire over to first. And it's back-to-back Buffalo Wild Wings strikeouts for Easton Rarick. And that's going to do it for the top of the 7th. Final half inning on our hands right here. We'll see if the Stars have a miracle in them. They need to score 5 to keep the game going, 6 to win it. It's going to be Easton Rarick, Hayden Crescent, and Drew Rarick, the 3-2 up. A Rarick sandwich right after this on Magnitude Sports.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 7th inning, do or die time for the Stars. Easton Rarick, Hayden Crescent, and Drew Rarick, the 3 scheduled to hits, and they'll be facing off against the new man out on the mound, Hayden Thompson. Thompson warming up, looking to close things out for the Sox here in the bottom of the 7th. Thompson coming in for Griner, who had 2 innings of work, who came in for Prather, who started the game. Solid game all around for these Bryant pitchers thus far, and for Hayden Thompson, the task is simple. 3 outs without surrendering more than 4, and the game is over. Rarick 1 for 3, singling and then flying out twice, and he'll be the one to start things off. So here we go.
Now batting number 2, Easton Rarick.
Hour 51 into this ball game. First pitch on the way from Thompson. Fastball taken, catching the zone for strike 1. Oh, 1 on the way, and a line shot. That one finding the gap for a base hit. Second hit of the game for Easton Rarick. He's now 2 for 4. And that's just what the doctor ordered here in the bottom of the 7th.
Base hit brings up number 20, Hayden Crescent.
Hayden Crescent up next, and Crescent is 1 for 3, grounding out, striking out, and then a single his last time up. Drew Rarick in the on-deck circle. That last hit number 8 for the Stars. First pitch, that one hit hard but foul. 0-1 to Crescent. Thompson checking on the runner, Rarick. 0-1 heater taken outside for a ball. Count even to Crescent. And the 1-1 taken for ball 2. So now a hitter's count to Crescent, fouling off the first pitch and then taking the last 2 fastballs outside. 5 pitches for Hayden Thompson thus far. 3 of them coming in this at-bat as Crescent gets a piece of it fouled off for strike 2. Two on the way. Fastball taken low. And the count full to Crescent. Payoff pitch on the way from Hayden Thompson. Crescent settling back in. Rarick in the on-deck circle, and then Colby Hansen scheduled to hit after that. Payoff pitch, and it's going to be taken for strike 3. Thompson gets him looking for out number 1. A Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Hayden Thompson. And it brings up Drew Rarick. Rarick 1 for 2, walking, grounding out, and then a double his last time up. One of 2 doubles for Drew Rarick out in Omaha. Thompson firing back over to first, checking on Rarick, the runner. First pitch on the way, and that one carrying out towards the gap, and that one is going to be dropping for a hit. Rarick aboard with his second hit of the game, and Easton Rarick over to second as well. So Easton Rarick on second and Drew Rarick on first. A little bit of brotherly love right there as it brings up Colby Hansen. Hansen 2 for 3, 2 singles and a ground out. Actually, I'll be honest, I think that they're brothers. I'm actually not 100% sure, but I would have to imagine that they are related. As the first pitch comes in, of course there's always the possibility that maybe they're cousins or some sort of other relative. Hansen taking the first pitch for strike 1. He's 2 for 3, singling twice and then grounding out. Eli Mock in the on-deck circle. Oh, 1, that one coming in high and tight, and Hansen ducking. Count even. One fastball hit foul. Hansen getting a piece. Count now at 1-2. One, 2 from Thompson, and a fastball taken just missing the corner for a ball. Count back to even, now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thompson looking for out number 2. Checking the runner, Easton Rarick over at second. Rarick dancing around. 2-2, and that one taken high for ball 3. Hansen ducking down again. Now a full count to Colby Hansen. Payoff pitch upcoming. Should Hansen walk, that would load the bases. Payoff pitch, survey says ball 4. Hansen walks and the bases are loaded. Eli Mock settling into the box. Mock is 0 for 3, reaching on an error twice and grounding out. Easton Rarick over at third, Drew Rarick over at second, and Colby Hansen over at first. Those are your faces on the bases for Post 400. A 5-run game here, 8-3 your score. And it looks like there's going to be a meeting on the mound here for Bryant. Infield coming in as well as one of the coaches. Thompson with 15 pitches thus far. He came in the 7th inning for relief. And they're going to talk things over with the bases loaded. We are approaching the 2-hour mark of this game. 1:57 gone in this one. Your local time, 11:31 out in Omaha. And after Mock, it would be Oliver Lucht and then Jake Jaroszewski, the next 2 scheduled to hit. This game not over yet. Still 2 outs to play with here for Post 400, but you'd have to imagine they have to pull out a heck of a rally right here. Meeting is going to be adjourned as Burton will retake his spot behind the plate. And we'll get back to baseball here. Eli Mock with the bases loaded. First pitch, Mock taking fastball low for ball 1. 1-0 from Thompson. That one missing for ball 2. To Mock, who settles back in. Mock taking that fastball for strike 1. Hitters count now at 2-1. And Mock taking the fastball for ball 3. Should Mock walk, that would score the runner over at third, Easton Rarick, make it a 4-run ball game. 3-1 count. A likely possibility, as Burton is going to go have a quick word with his pitcher. 19 pitches for Thompson, 10 balls and 9 strikes. And it looks like the second baseman coming in as well to have a quick word, give him a pat on the back. A few fist bumps exchanged as the umpire slowly walking out from behind the plate to monitor the situation. Back into the box goes Mock. (3-1). That one finding the zone for strike 2. Full count at 3-2 to Eli Mock with the bases loaded. Payoff pitch. And that one fouled off. Mock able to stay alive. Getting the skin of his bat on that one, sending it straight back into the backstop. Good battle between Mock and Thompson. Another 3-2 on the way. And it's taken for ball 4. Mock walks, and Easton Rarick scores. It's now 8-4. And the bases remain loaded for Oliver Lucht. 8-4 your score after the RBI walk of sorts for Eli Mock. Oliver Lucht is 1 for 3. Reaching on an air, singling, and then grounding out.
Walk brings up number 3, Oliver Lucht.
There's going to be another meeting on the mound here. Lucht, Jarzewski, and then the leadoff man in Matt Bryant, the 3 scheduled to hit. One down here in the bottom of the 7th in a 4-run game. And it looks like that might be it for Thompson. They're going to get a new man out on the mound, and I believe that's Logan White. So White will take the hill. He'll warm up. Bases remain loaded here. We'll take a quick step back for the pitching change and be right back with a big at-bat. Oliver Lucht, bases loaded. Don't go anywhere. Back in a moment.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
All right, and we're back. Bottom of the 7th, Logan White warming up on the mound, coming in for Hayden Thompson. Looking to get the final 2 outs here for the Black Sox. A 4-run game with the bases loaded. So technically with one swing of the bat, things could be tied up here. As things are starting to mount just a little bit. This game still not quite over yet. As we'll have plenty of intrigue in this at-bat right here for Oliver Lucht. Drew Rarick over at third, Colby Hansen over at second, and Eli Mock over at first. Your faces on the bases for the Stars. And here comes Oliver Lucht, facing off against Logan White, the leadoff man who's had a great day at the dish. Coming out from center field out to the mound. And the first pitch is going to be popped up very high out in foul territory, over near the dugout. That one nearly dropping into the dugout. Foul ball for strike one. 2 hours and 4 minutes into this game, now just past the 2-hour mark. About half as long as the previous game that I covered out here. That one, the 4-hour thriller between West Fargo and Westside, as that one is sent foul for strike two. 2 straight foul balls by Lucht and the count at 0-2. Those foul balls being retrieved quickly and fired back into the field of play. Oh, 2 from White, outside for a ball. 1-2 to Lucht. White working again from the windup. His pitch is going to be hit foul. That one out in a similar spot. And another temporary souvenir as that one will be fired back in with, looks like 2 more. Another 1-2 outside for ball 2, and Burton thinking about firing back and checking on Rarick. Rarick trotting back into safety. Count now even to Lucht. White's 2-2. Line shot carrying out towards the gap, and that one on the way, and it's going to be caught by Spear. Great range by Lawson Spear out in right field for a huge second out. That one looking like it might have found the gap there for a second, but instead finding the glove, and even more importantly for Bryant, all 3 runners holding up. And it's all down to Jake Jereshevsky. Jereshevsky with 2 down and the bases loaded. 4-run game here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch, Jereshevsky takes for a strike. It's now or never for post 400. White's 0-1. That one a line shot through the hole for a base hit. That's going to score Rarick, and being held up at third is Hansen. So an RBI single for Jake Jereshevsky, scoring 1 more. Brings the score to 8-5.
RBI single will bring up the leadoff hitter, number 6, Matt Bryant.
Matt Bryant up next, and still the Stars not done yet. Bryant's 1 for 4, grounding out, flying out, grounding out, and then singling. Bryant representing the winning run in the batter's box. Jereshevsky over at first, representing the tying run. First pitch, Bryant takes for strike 1. And the pressure starting to mount just a little bit more here for these Bryant Black Sox. Oh, 1 high for a ball. Chayton sent. 1-1 pitch. Bryant takes outside for ball 2. Count at 2-1. Big pitch from White, and it's chopped at 4 to mount the impossible rally down to their final strike. Time will be called. Bryant steps out. Game on the line. 2-2 hit the other way and off the pole. Foul. Back into the field of play. It'll be scooped quickly by Coach Nelson. Bryant staying alive. These Stars staying alive from that foul ball. Another 2-2. Bryant fouling that one straight back. Getting a piece, 2 straight foul balls. And a good battle between Matt Bryant and Logan White. That one heading out, and that one just dropping foul. Oh, man. Bryant with the third straight foul ball. And just maybe by a few feet dropping on the left side of that chalk. And he'll settle back into the box. Would have scored Hansen for sure, and maybe even Mock from second. White getting to go back out onto the mound, just one strike away from winning this game. Another 2-2. Off speed and taken high for ball 3. Full count now to Matt Bryant. So here we go. Payoff pitch for the game. And it's fouled off again. Number 9 of the at-bat upcoming. Another 3-2. And it's taken for ball 4. Bryant walks, and here we go. 2-run game. Chayton Sen up next. Sen 0 for 3, striking out, walking, flying out, and grounding out. Winning run now over at first base, tying run over at second. Sen taking the first pitch high for ball 1. Sen